Business Report, brought to you by Sky Mall Food Court.
In tonight's Business Report, we begin with developments regarding the island's ports of entry. Cabinet has approved a new customs tariff which will be implemented come September the 1st. Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Ryan Strawn, says that more information will be made available in the weeks ahead, but it has become necessary. Speaking during yesterday's post-cabinet media briefing, he says the last time the customs tariff was revised was back in 2009. Mr. Strawn says the tariff will be implemented along with the Asakuda World, which will see the operations at both the air and seaports becoming completely paperless and allowing more time for customs officials to do adequate screening.
Therefore, that by its nature will be disruptive. Disruptive because it is different from that which was obtained before. And therefore, the members of the private sector, the importers, the brokers, the various business people who are to prepare the documentation. For the past 2 years, there's been a training environment made available for persons to test the procedures, which has been ongoing. The customs officers have been retrained with respect to being able to do that.
And as you just heard there, as it relates to Asakuda World, Mr. Strawn says they have engaged the various stakeholders across the private sector over the last few months with respect to using the software which will allow the smooth clearance of goods.
There have been a number of queries in the past with respect to how customs will come up with evaluation. So once we are upgrading our systems, we also, at the same time, post-implementation, will also be providing more greater information to the public, such that they don't feel as if a customs officer is arbitrarily assigning a specific level of duty simply because the tariff is the basis upon which the Customs Department functions with respect to being able to determine the import duty as well as the excise that will be applied to any project.
And during the media briefing, it was also announced that Prime Minister Mia Amor-Motley had made a decision on who the controller of customs and the 2 deputies will be. That decision will be revealed next week. Well, government recently relaxed the exchange controls, which saw several changes regarding access to foreign currency. One of them was the increase in the personal travel allowance from $7,500 to $20,000. Acting Director of Foreign Exchange and Export Credits over at the Central Bank of Barbados, Ian Collymore, today explained how the money will be dispersed.
You are allowed to take up to 2,500 Barbados dollars in cash. You can make up the difference by, you can use electronic cards, you can use money orders or drafts, or you can even do it by wire transfer. So you have different options in terms of how you can take the funds in excess of the 2,500 Barbados dollars.
And with Barbadians now allowed to hold foreign currency accounts, the central bank has made it clear that the money in those accounts must be used before seeking foreign currency on the local market.
In cases where you don't have adequate funds in the foreign currency account, then you can get the balance up to $20,000 from the local market. But at all times, you must first use funds in your foreign currency account. And that is something that we have to stress repeatedly to holders of foreign currency accounts going forward.
And it's time now to take a look at how those stocks traded on selected exchanges across our region. In Jamaica, Wigton Windfarm Limited ordinary shares was the volume leader with 107,652,125 units. In Trinidad and Tobago, Sagicor Financial Corporation Limited was the volume leader with 108,436 shares changing hands, all for a value of $1,133,298.21. And here in Barbados, First Caribbean International Bank was the volume leader, trading 20,000 shares at $2.86 each.